Aloha everyone, this is Yemaya Renuka at the embrace.life. Oh, it's been good to take a little sabbatical. I jumped over a week. You didn't get any videos and any newsletter. Um, I think we all felt that shift of season. For me, I had a really stressful week with a couple of unexpected big pieces in my life needing to be rearranged and taken care of. And then once I was over that this week, there was a sense of letting myself fall into autumn. And that's something I want to recommend to all of you right now, is really honoring that shift of season. That is like looking at the dead leaf, gently falling down, and see if you can practice letting go of some things, so that you have time to catch up with yourself and to, really embrace the changes that are coming our way, that are part of those natural cycles of life. I'm truly enjoying that slowing down, especially after going, through a lot of things that were asking me to like show up, like wait, present, and then at some point you're going like, ooh, can I just like let myself float a little with the gentle winds of autumns? So in the midst of that, what I feel like there's two important pieces I want to share with you guys, thinking that it will resonate with some of you. One is that there was a lot of need to adult, like becoming an adult. And, it's interesting, like thinking about now we're adulting at 50, when originally we, somewhere, people decided that we were becoming adults in our 20s. But what I'm seeing here in our Western society, and also living on the West Coast of the United States, that there is a lot of adulting that needs to happen as we move forward in purpose, but also, because I address a lot of you that who, like me, have had childhood adversity, to heal from. When you've had childhood adversity, there is a part of you that becomes a rebel. There is the part of the survivor that had to just go like, like become like, fuck no to that, or like, well, I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna survive, and I'm gonna thrive, and that part of us is somewhat causing some irreverence towards certain areas of our lives, certain areas of our lives where we've had trauma, or where we've been noticing, things that were out of balance, and therefore we created some resistance against them. So that rebellious part of the self also needs to grow up for our lives to really thrive. And that becomes that second part of what I want to share with you as a teaching today, is like, saying goodbye to that, like lady of infinite resilience, like, oh, I'm praying to the lady of infinite resilience, because resilience is what, we need to get, once, there is patterns in our lives that are coming back over and over again, and not letting us to that place of thriving, while there's still that place of surviving. So, I really want us to practice shifting, praying to Our Ladies of Infinite Resilience, and instead praying to Our Lady of Effortless Abundance. So bringing that to you today, as we've just passed a harvest moon in Aries, and wanting to pick some cards and see, like around that, that adulting, to bring back reverence to the part of our life where we're still being in rebellion or in arrogance, and finding that gift of peace, and that gift of real play. When you're able to feel like, okay, these areas are taken care of, then they can be really real, full-on play, right? So let's see what the cards have to say for that today. Tapping into collective abundance, consciousness, and angels in unity. The Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge insecurity and manipulation. So it's like, those shadow part of ourselves that are still leading, you know, still have the reins of some important part of our lives that really need to be digged in, as we're coming into the Scorpio season pretty soon, like digging in and transforming those roots that are not serving us right now. That will create the transformation through the dance of the butterfly queen. The different stages of transformation. And the animal kingdom, we got mouse, who pays attention to details. So, what I'm hearing, from the astrological, sources that I always like to check in with before I do those sweet medicine oracle coaching is, there is a little bit more digging into, like the details of the shadow, that is leading us sometimes to work with resilience instead of working with thriving in our lives. Let's see. Yeah, take a couple more. The Book of Change. Book of Changes. So change is coming inevitably, especially during the shift of seasons. Also, we're in the birthing of things that we have, created at the beginning of last year. So what do those babies look like? Do they need some readjustments as well? Yay, the Queen of Light is coming through. Illumination, enlightenment, celebration. Okay, let's see. Where's the animals? Antelope, representing action. So overall, it sounds like, like if we're willing to take action on the maybe last uprooting of shadow work, doing the work, celebrating the changes that are around the corner, will give birth to enlightenment, illumination, and celebration. So, and then the four-legged in the deer family, and antelope or elk are also but stamina, right? So making sure that you keep going to the end of the trail, like don't leave the boat before you got to the harbor. Okay, that's not a good idea in general. Just make sure you make it to destination. And yes, there is a need to slow down. That's really obvious from the shift of season. What I've been practicing for myself this week, and I really encourage all of you to practice, is that it's like, okay, I can't fully stop right now, but I really need to slow down. And I got what I call a stress cold that started showing up. And I'm like, I'm just going to do what I'm being guided and inspired to do, to continue moving into my work. But I'm not going to push. I am not going to push. So I want to invite you to just pay attention. Am I pushing right now? Because I'm used to, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that. It's like, am I pushing right now? Or am I back in flow? At the very shift of the autumn, you need to be back in flow. And, like trust, doing that surrender experiment, right? And just to be guided and surrender that things are going to be taken care of. As long as you let yourself breathe, come home, take good care of yourself. All right, beloveds? Good. So I'm going to put this on YouTube today because I really need support from you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm really building a lot of video content, and I would like to get some subscription, because if I keep giving them to you free on Facebook, in the different Facebook groups, or via my newsletter, you guys are not subscribing. So I know it's an extra step. But if you don't mind, like you're probably now on the YouTube channel, the Embrace YouTube channel, if you would subscribe for me, if you're enjoying those videos, that means a lot to me. I appreciate your support. We can keep, giving the free content, the free gift, and also, build a platform that will allow me to really spread my good gift to larger communities. we have the Earth Guardians Impact Academy that is open for registration now until November. And I just received another text from someone who's been in the Earth Guardian Impact Academy since August. Just like the sweetest, deepest testimonial about the depth of the work this person is, is acquiring through the program. Someone who's worked on herself for a long time, and she's just going like, wow, I've never been that deep, and also like seeing her life transforming and all the goodness that's showing up and manifesting for her and her path. So we have, I'm going to put more and more testimonial on the embrace.life. There is a whole testimonial page just for that, so that you guys can see what's cooking and know that there is also new programs coming up. So I'll tell you more about that next week. Much love. Ahuiho. Until we meet again. Aloha.